It's June 21st, 2023. Bit around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are under sail on the way out of Southwest Harbor aboard Allied Princess 36 Seaquestor. And it's light air today. It's supposed to be only about 5 knots. I think it's a little more than that right now. Had to sheet the jib in a little there. And it's a pretty day today in contrast to when we were out last week. As you can see, it's nice and clear. Looking at the Manset shore in Southwest Harbor. Back up Southwest Harbor. Clark Point over there, and up at Somme Sound. So we're going to sail out and just enjoy a light air sailing day. There's enough wind though. We're going 4.1 knots. Oh, it's a beautiful day out here. We're out in the middle of the great harbor looking north at the hills of Mount Desert Island. And the little island with the white building on it is Bear Island, and that's the Bear Island Lighthouse. And it's a beautiful day out today. It was a little hot at the marina. I imagine it was nearly 70, but it's in the 60s, low 60s out here, so much more comfortable. And we're headed toward the Cranberry Islands. That's Great Cranberry Island. And although you can't really see it from down here, Little Cranberry is straight ahead. And this close island over here is Sutton. And we're headed more or less east, a little south of east. So, a beautiful day out here today. Quite a change from last week when we were out and it was, overcast and hazy and generally not very pretty. So, we're going to sail over and see if we can get over to Islesford Harbor on Little Cranberry Island and turn around over there. Well, we've gotten further east today on a single tack than we did last time. That's Great Cranberry Harbor over there. A few boats in there, not many yet. And straight ahead is Little Cranberry Island, and the main part of the harbor is behind the sail. And here's Sutton Island here. And we never even got to Sutton Island last time, as we are continuing sort of southeast at, about right now we're making about 3.7 knots. And we've been averaging up around 4. But we're getting into a bit of the wind shadow of Great Cranberry, so we're going to slow down a little. And then, as normally happens, the wind will pick up when we get into Islesford Harbor on Little Cranberry. That's looking pretty much straight east. This body of water here between Sutton Island and the Cranberry Islands is called the Gilly Thoroughfare. And it's about, we're in about 70 feet of water right now. There are a couple shallower spots, but nothing we have to worry about. Well, the wind has dropped off as we are sailing toward Little Cranberry, straight ahead there. And we're getting further along on Sutton Island. And you can just right in here see some of the hills of Mount Desert Island over Sutton. And we look back where we came from. Beautiful day today, and in here where it's nice and calm, it's middle 60s, fairly comfortable. The wind isn't cold or anything. I did check conditions outside the islands at the closest weather buoy, which is about 10 miles out, and just before we left there was 0 wind and it was 55 degrees. Flat calm out there though. As you can see, it's pretty calm right in here, but you can see some wind ripples up ahead that we're going to get back into a little wind very soon. And there's Islesford Harbor straight ahead. We've got a lobster boat heading back in. They were over at Islesford. One other sailboat out there. And we're getting closer to Little Cranberry. Wind has picked up a little, and I need to sheet the jib in just a touch. And that should have done it. And here's Great Cranberry. We're past the harbor. We'll go closer to Great Cranberry on the way back. Wind direction wouldn't really let us go over there as we headed east. We're going to head into the outer part of Islesford Harbor on Little Cranberry and tack around. Very pretty out here today. It's nice when it's clear and there's enough wind to sail. We're back up to 3 knots. Not fast, but fast enough. And it isn't super cold, but it isn't hot either. Okay, I'll come back when we're over in Islesford Harbor. Now, here we go. Islesford Harbor, right over there as we sail in. Wind did pick up. We're up to 5.4. We're at about 5.1 now. And that's Little Cranberry Island. The first good look at it for 2023. We were just talking about launching the dinghy sometime in the next few weeks, and so we can come over here, pick up the mooring, and go ashore. See what it's like. It's really a lot of lobster boats in there. I see one. And so far I see 2, maybe 3 pleasure boats. And of course, out at the outside of the harbor, they have 3 or 4 town guest moorings that in the past have been free to visitors. I'll look them up again and see if they're free this year. So there's a nice view of Islesford Harbor on Little Cranberry Island. And I'm going to have to turn the camera off because I'm starting to get into the edge of the mooring field. One thing I'll mention over there, there's a dock, and then there's a gray building. Just to the left of the gray building, there's a brick building coming into the field of view. That's the Islesford Museum that's run by Acadia National Park. Yeah, it's got some nice displays about island life on the Cranberry Islands. Okay, I'm gonna drive the boat for a little bit. Okay,
one guest mooring right back.
Okay, I'll look in a second. Just tacked around and we're sailing back out of Islesford Harbor. And there are a couple town guest moorings out here. You have to get pretty close. Most of them, the print on the mooring buoy, which says town guest, is pretty faded. Although, this boat right here is on a town guest mooring. We head out. There used to be a mooring called the Kitsy Memorial, which was also a free mooring for visitors, but they haven't had it rigged the last couple of years, so I do not know if it still exists. Yeah, that Grand Banks 32 over there is on a town guest mooring as well. That's the white boat. We're going to sail back over close to Great Cranberry Harbor. That's Great Cranberry Island there. Now this is one of my favorite places to come and spend the night on one of the town guest moorings, because this is the view looking toward Mount Desert Island from Little Cranberry Harbor. Absolutely beautiful. Very pleasant. The only negative is if you come except on a Saturday night, you're gonna have lobster boats zooming around past you about 5:30 the next morning. But during the summer, the lobstermen don't fish on Sunday, so Saturday night's a good night, but it can get a little boisterous over here with the Islesford Dock restaurant. So, but having a little bit of noise in the evening is probably better than being awakened by the boat rolling as lobster boats zoom by you at 4 o'clock in the morning. And it always feels as if they're passing within about an inch of the boat. You hear the roar of the diesel engine and the boat starts rolling and pitching. They don't come that close, but it feels like it. So I'll end this visit to Islesford Harbor with a nice view of Mount Desert Island from out here at Little Cranberry Island. Now we've just passed the day mark there that marks the ledge at the eastern end of Great Cranberry Harbor. There's the harbor. We're going to sail over a little closer to the harbor and then head back towards Southwest Harbor. We've been out for a little over an hour, and I do not want to overdo it on my new knee. Oh, great, the wind just backed on us. So I guess we're not going to sail closer, because yeah, I can see that the wind is not that favorable to go much closer, but we're pretty close. You can see a sailboat and a few pleasure boats and some lobster boats on Great Cranberry Harbor. Great Cranberry has a slightly bigger all-year population. I think it's around 25. And Little Cranberry has about 15 people. And the populations balloon in the summer as summer people come. These homes here that you can see are summer homes. Okay, we're going to sail past Great Cranberry Island and head over towards Southwest Harbor, which is behind the sail. And there is Sutton Island with what looks like a Hinkley 59 sailing along the island, heading back west. And back behind us, the Schoodic Peninsula in the distance and Little Cranberry Island. Now we're back in the main part of the Great Harbor here, and that's the western way as we look south toward Long Island and the village of Frenchboro in the distance. And a little bit on the left-hand side of this vista, we'll be able to see the Duck Islands. We're on our way back. We will have been out about 2 hours, and basically I don't want to stress my knee any more than I have to. There's that Hinkley 59. They did put their mizzen sail out. Easy job with in-mast furling. As we head back, there is Sutton Island over there. The entrance to Northeast Harbor on the main part of NDI. And the Bear Island Lighthouse again, with a beautiful view of Mount Desert Island. Okay, we're back at the dock after about a 2-hour, 8-mile sail. I'm still taking it easy with the new knee. It's all wrapped up right now, so it wasn't a problem really, but I know that that leg is going to be really tired this evening. So I didn't want to push it and keep going for much longer. It's a really nice day though, nice breeze, enough to keep us cool, but not cold. And beautiful clear sky today, so we had really nice views of the islands of Greening Island, Sutton Island, the Cranberry Islands, and from out by Little Cranberry, a really pretty view of Mount Desert Island. So that's our second sail of the year in the bag. Hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to check back or click the notification bell so that you'll find out when my next sail of the 2023 season is. We will be going further afield a little later in the season, but right now I'm still breaking in the new knee, and it does have a significant break-in period. Thanks for watching.